There's a nipa miensa na ebe film
sanity in the Shamodiam they came to join. I don't know. Subsequently, you asked me the question and the answer. In the sanity, it is Ubisami Shampa Kunya. This is a story.
There's a Akunyana Babetoye.
A beto oba him Makunyana Betoye. Jebetoy and Nessie will be dear. Shatam, Nana Kufison, or Honum. In she said a course, a man pan, a copium Shampano credium. Na bushubu abushan for I to let someone Gyafla. Say your bapaniba in the Bessiade.
Let's say, Nipa me and saying, and I did you know what's ye the audition film.
Sanity.
Now, ye near Nipa me and say ye this year, if we said Nipa me and say more. Farouk, or Bono son, home and somebody else for him.
The whole story was the first before for instance, the formation of Shampa. I buy now your name born for a prayer those days. Your nation crew pray. You understand clearly?
Yeah.
There was the point that now a new more litigation in terms of no more manson. So the manson na a bedroom pen should be a sabi your penina no dear anymore or to some manson no ufimo.
Nessa de no manson ma sampano. What? Trust me.
So clearly somebody as a linkage now or your chame procope.
Somebody war pre akunyano. No, on another somebody.
No, a language. He was a
Emma or Hina Sabre or Tono.
Of course, Naya, we share 2 or dome, or Sebi, no criminal team. The fact was said, so because I own in the Cobano, we should give him the opportunity to continue in a bear, the Biasimo do no bit me. Abo Sam assembly pen so I could be a dream never or my hand as an anchor. So that's it. You were fighting for a right. That
I'm asking Chawano. Sampa Kunyani Babetono, what Yamiano or near Freddy Samudia. A son sent a man's one hour and an chino, one on in a cobanintino, one only a gas or
Fimo. Fimo, he continued or twasso. A manson because now per se dear in terms of paramountcy, and that is why we are saying Asantuma elevated us into paramountcy in 1982.
1982.
Exactly, we keep on saying it, and so this is the significance and the authority of the fact said Shampa belonged to Asantuma, and so clearly, so the fact says Samodia Nani Sabine Nano Elhono, and yet not a Yamuja. Danny Namjet in some we beat me see and as I see we are them. That is why we are challenging a Abusian dear. Muja. And so we are telling the people say any anama and a muja. Ain't any anama mujani say. Now Kufison the first. Oh yeah, sir. Ni mame. Oh yeah. Anama mame mamo and a dinner dear. Anama mame tiro. You see the whole story I possess among what she has and yes be do draw amamu ne kan ye kam decision
ye kam mujani a decision
exactly enti confession maami ewu ye ana maami a friend mamo ene
di na ade maami ade
sanete first place enti ye kam muja e chese
na se adama watara no wono na ye muja
enti maami kan si se confession nia ba so wu ye a na friend akuadonko odaroma Samuel Gyafla maami a friend comfort nyinge Obama will for yes, you shall not or to Tupano on a deep confession near Banadia. So the question is the question people have to ask themselves, they say, then Anna Mammy Mamo, a deep confession mammy, idea, and an answer with the flat. A bedi, mamma, and answer with the flat, a deep confession near Badia, idea, and a Muja. You can't say be someone in terms of that kind language and I can't certain and blood. So these are customary requirements. These are constitutional provisions within the law. Say can say moja ne dey. What does it? We tiwe and there many okase and there be nyame adom na say be nyame dom na fa oba bi na woni ne wo a. Odaroma oba no say be se nkra na ne na wo no. Omudi ade o bibi a nya wo moja o. Dabi omufi Obani fee na eka. O de wawo.
Mawo.
Ni ebetimi ase ni finish mbaba. Papa wadaroma. Oba no ye be say di ne ekosi akonya. Ti na be pa wacho. But on kan moja, on kan busuan. Ye ka fie e ka busuan. Ma ene chire abusuan.
Asante amane
ne amamre ne aka amamre. What you say? It is ye kan say a. Amanfo nti ase say ne ye ka no. This is the valid authority. This is no authority. No authority, no matter the argument that you advance on social media, no matter what you say.
Na member Amas, Okasamuno, yes, na currently Sampamanhene was trying the achire a yes Santehene.
Sir,
one no Adama Mami Wuyeno, one no Emame,
and Adama and Kofisun na Kofisun the first ni maami wuye
no
ana maami
ende kodi
na de
Adama maami so toy free mu
no anya na maami na Kofisun ni aba esan toye
ena ye na nasa
Gyafla maami ene
di na de ne se mo ni Adama de moja prekope na so obi bisa asem wo yi eye den na woni Adama watara ye moja ba kope na wo back Samudia.
Well, so the point is there's nothing you can do. And there's nothing you can do no. The only thing you can do is we are going to expose him based on this. We and even no cre am say you be say you wadaroma. We nshani and you are very reasonable and you believe indeed in family and you know in the clan system and then in the black system the manner and the way in terms of inheritance in the CDR you come to believe that we are saying this true. What I say except if you say any anama ayabushia what I you can say we are fighting say anama ayabushia for us to get recognition maybe but you can't change musin abeatim for be senate and then the oyano and tro on ucha Obo wamo, we believe you are the truthful occupant of the food of Shampa.
Nese wobo wamo, oye mubusiani, nanso nya ono na epre akonya ne dibi sesia enye na woye mubusuani a adenti na ono na kofa samodua ba samodua no wodi kan mu se ye na
kofi nentia bi akodi samodua achi ni nyane probably he has his own reason as why yesa but so akofa samodio unkofa samodio all of us asem no toy no oba hima toy no waja se ewumu ana sebi bema akonya nso etoye nti etoye no na afi akonya no menu na ato nti eba ne sha na afi obi ani obi to be an obi no the matter was before the Bono Regional House of Chief.
Okay,
nti the matter was before the Bono Regional House of Chief and then 92 say look Shampa akonya Asanteman akonya it was the case in na ba Asanteman and then we came to resolve say assembly or court bia whether the Bono Regional House of Chief whether the main administrative court under the constitution say na yi asem no eba opem so no so kan asem no o kan asem no e ma yi na kwa arbitration e nyina swai in time kase e ka so oji eba na e kan asem no na odifa ojitum videos e wo honom nti asem wa e kan nyina ya kama na si nti ya kama na si dia biem pa na ya san kan biem na man fonti ada say na tie.
Who said the matter was before Bono Regional House of Chief? Dormaahene be paid you.
It's an agenda, it was a political agenda.
And then, one of the
oh, of course, clearly, you know, it was an attempt to incite in Mabuna Moor, the Bon Enclave, Nila, Emumunja Sebi, Asantifo, Sebi, Nipabonophobia, Nasantifo, G. Obitumi. But you're not correct. What I say? Yours clearly, you know, before Bonapo, the 1959 bill. The 1959 bill of Bonafo. Before Kwame Nkrumah time I ever to Bonafo, there was a clear language. I can't say Sebi, Nananuma, Mosum Asantemano. The fact that I created that bone I have original, and in just a Monsum Asantemano. These are
administrative purpose.
Oh, of course, these are valid documents. But why not you share? Because probably will be 18 years. Freedom, Ofi Brekum. Will be 18 years. Our free a friend saying, Wenchi, Japekrum. Shampa
within a Bono
no all this town that once were Omunim show me Asanteman they don't know but not, they don't know people didn't know and so they were misled to think say what is Bono Yakabuna Bono it's a language and now say administrative purpose no mo say and it's okase Bono one Bono Sankru Sekwa Asanteman Shampa Asanteman Japekrum Asanteman Bana Asanteman Wenchi Asanteman Ntra in Wanswa. All these enclaves are Asanteman. This is language. And then the Wiba did say, and I say, and you have to be a press. As I said, you'll be out on assassin. I will be to me, Cassette, we are media now, we beat me media. Because clearly, we have demarcations that authoritatively, except Obi assassin there.
Yes,
you're baby, showing
you're dear. I have for Uncomoya, ye, I feel one baby piece who I won't tear see a Shampa. Kwanya fa so ebipie mu yewura kotoko hena nim na ye nana agimugene Dormaahene de ne ho bagi mu ko fa brante kwaya Faruk obo no san ho samra ne frɛ no Sambodua ne amas ya grace epinsempense mu de akire what is after the Sambodua no ye chiame na onye mu jampo a no ben Shampa akonya no ye to ye nkomo twetwe no
so clearly Dormaahene agenda was to use that agenda say bono na wadada mabunu no against the Asante Nation
and
and he was misleading them So what I say? Yours clearly. Farouk. And now a branch was
see a friend
Samudia. On authority, Shabi, Dormaahene or a high court judge.
Sanity.
What I say?
Sanity.
And Tiwan said, you to me, our Shampa. There's a document to prove that indeed Samudia is the legitimate chief of Shampa. Madam Masa. And the manner and the way Dormaahene is behaving in this country, Nangamuntenenka. And clearly, so he's inciting the emotions of the young ones. What I say? Because Sansemo Kana or why be a Kana, Santima, he keep on misleading the young ones, the other politicians. No, he can go.
Amas, what business is here or mislead youth in the young ones, not more within Bono Hormono, and they are so mutim, so mukutu pamo who say, Asante time, Bono, and Ampo, and Patemon and Yasantinimum, and your Bono Santini, a Passawaji.
Brukumi Asante, Asante, Japukumi Asante, Sequoia Asante, Sanity, and Ukubisha Sequoia. Yakasa, you see, you can't, Yakasa, and Yawo Abrantikwana, Ota Montua, you didn't know. Sanity. Yakas will be Kaze, when to me, I casano, or my hin or crew sanity. Or say, may say, me Asante, Asante, Japukum see as me Asante. And you are branching now, see, we are didn't know we are wine. Ye can't sham some swan penny for any more. So clearly, we are telling them they should be humble and accept this principle. There's nothing that can change because everything has been codified in the laws of this country. Shebi, near Santi, near Namua Santi Tunu, or because we are to me. And all the two channel.
They say, Sampamanhene, you be quiet.
Nice, of course. Now I say, of course. And these are Santi Nation, and this is a flag.
This is a flag.
Exactly.
Real Pokopine. Yeah, dear. Amas, Dormaahene Baby, we are Sampans and Sim. Mobabe PM woman, Menshia Mube PM. What was the result?
The result was very clear. Shall be a can't say no. Farouk 84. Nimami Baby. And I should be Abushan Mumda, Kwame Mamalingi, right? That boy. Who's an orator, of course, very smart and look. I should be obiting trouble with all due respect. That is how he is. There are videos available to indicate so Obedam mentioning him. We can't tell. It's what can't tell we are. You don't go back out there. Now, if you say it in time, no video, no one. What can't tell video? It is also a jump on Tinker and see sanity. Dana court behind me, man, is son and see. This is the principle that you are telling them. What I say, Tibe, to let some of that lady in Kunim, no, a man in Mamremo, or go side channel, Niman for Shampa, Niman for the side channel, Saba Santima, Beside Santima, and Pat Amundi said be 2 missions in him. So clearly.
Na ye de tumi ha se Sampamanhene nsem mo menhia esi de na sampo dua sade chinesi ne so sampa kro dua me mema sem ne ade okru
see nyina because we are na a democratic nation.
Okay.
And then we are in the 1992 constitution, and of course, you know, you cannot verbally, you cannot want to mean quite attack you, you know, there might be a reason. And so when you go to the police station, now police need to be judged. Also, your Sampamanhene, what's the document that indicates Shampa you've been gazetted. He can ask you. But of course, before I be a document in the banner, we also believe, sir, police for if they are very rational and they want to be truthful, they will know Obi Sampamanhene, respect it. So they know very well that somebody are any Sampamanhene, but he's abusing the law, and people are profiting from that activity. And he essentially to let somebody Gyafla. Shebi Oyenyensani our Onimnyansanti or Onimra. So at all times he wants to be very careful. Say he will not abuse the law and probably go after who is misbehaving. Clearly we know he's misbehaving because he's not authority. But he keep on doing that. Or yes, I know I show a horrible and then you act. But you are very intelligent and you are very smart. You will not act and you will not go to misbehave. But we believe the law will deal with them.
So I'm running no more dia. Yemra we so. Ya bamenshi ya babidi asem Sampamanhene na no ato asebu ne mo ya kamu ntam ya kwakwa ko swan wo Sampa ya be swan wo menhia ya ba Sampa krodiem senke nyina yenko ye wan adano na me wo ho me hudi si ye nyina obi be bisa se na den na Sampamanhene aka asem ne yesa de asem no akoma court.
Of course the nature ye de asem court no that was within the right of to let someone Gyafla. And to let someone Gyafla, I'm sure you can't say no one say ahensem you can't ahensem or court. And so clearly let me take this opportunity to tell the people of this country and the Ghanaian people say, look, you are not in court. Say you can't Sampa ahensem. You are in court. No. Ahensem I can't we. And now me no kasi to let someone Gyafla. And there's Sampa. The overlord and the supreme leader of Sampa Traditional Council. And nothing is going to change. The reason why we are in court today is the fact they said look, yeah, sure in Krata, I command the Bono
Regional House of
Chief. Say, look, to let someone Gyafla has been ordained as the leader of the Shampa Traditional Council. I'm finding document in the National House of Chiefs
for Gazzete
into the National Registry.
Okay.
Of course, a conduit. So the Bono Regional House of Chiefs is therefore a conduit under the 1992 Constitution. Say, a banisha now they are called the registrar no honum. Now the document, now or the aba. Of course.
Sabe Pepe.
And the document in the coins. The document will come, it will not come. There's another issue. The question that you're asking me now.
Na say na ye den krata se me fa ye na nasangwa Gyafla wo se ye de ko Bono Regional House of Chief na ye de koko pimo national na ye ko Gazzete no na se si ye ko aban mu se ye si aban so hu se Shampa ye si ye nya hene e wo honom up to date adenti na sankrata ni nyina nya nkopi.
And so clearly because Dormaahene had demonstrated the president of the Bono Regional House of Chief. And all misleading among for sure, he is the leader of the Bono people. You see, there's a difference between a leader where Dormaahene says a constitutional requirement,
sanity,
a battle even which is an illegality, as you said out there, and I'm got to about fair. Into the Biatino, and need to me be now, only to me or Sampamanhene, only to me or Sampamanhene,
sanity,
only to me or Fair Primanhene,
sanity,
only to me or a word Masiase, only to me or Shabi, the baby. What I say? So clearly, you have no authority there.
Sanity.
And so you don't sit down there and present yourself that probably you are the authority of the Bono people, and for that matter, you overcome. Ain't only documents because he want to misbehave. And then behave in a manner say authority, and then the registrar on any kaboom, and they were misbehaving that they would not forward the document. And so clearly, within the 21 days, that is why to let someone Gyafla also review say document me maswacha santimai maswacha me man for me document be di mu honum e se mo de ko am fan ko a because bibi amotene e aban djuma na moye me no miru e na etiomuka yeah na etiomuka the taxpayers money is used to pay you the registrar and for that matter if there's a document what you have to do is you forward the document to the appropriate authority but because you have been influenced by Dormaahene and Sampamanhene and then they are the registrar misbehave and he failed to submit the document. Of course, we also have taken the necessary processes in terms of legally. So we cite them the contempt. Say within Remu, Sebi, the document and so we see why the law will take all of us.
See, I could be more court.
Yeah.
Yeah, the krata kwa komo mo sisi ya butayenti a registrar emfa krata no enko be bia mran hye ne so won fanko ya hu se Dormaahene na influence no ni suma hene na dada sabapai na ye hwe ade before so beto aba ayi regional house of chief bia president meteye una wonimu na de bia mokoko to ne de ba ye de injunction to Bono regional house of chief so ye to aba ne pen no yesa
she wants a tell bia enye bibia na sebi panyin die mathematics. And so clearly the manner and the way Dormaahene was misbehaving. Imagine that order was given in my region, maybe imagine say if that order was given, said Dormaahene should not be allowed to contest. Look at the chaos people have created. We are not criticism be okrumanum as I said obi kanashe obi peso can if you are not very careful and if you are not very rational to deal with the law now you didn't run be share but clearly, subsequently, we have come to know, sir, and that's an he had departed from probably the Adinana Yandiman. It is our elections in a constitution and illegality. It's an and at all times can be contested.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't mean crime is a crime. Bonnie, be a bit more contested. What I say. And then he wants to use that office. No, a projecting who says heavy on the overlord of the Bono people. By no credit, we are my henny, will be as you are my henny.
Sanity.
Only shout to me, and you are creating that fiction. And now can't share my boon and they are misbehaving. What I say. And that's what I'm saying here. Most of the young ones out there never knew, share probably be on Mutanano, air sentiment territory. They didn't never knew.
Let's say, Ubina, Edda, Muchin Chimo,
exactly. Okay. And so clearly, this is a demonstration here for them to go back to their root. To understand we are Sampamanhene. All those enclaves for you to know you are part of a Sampamanhene. And Sampamanhene is a nation on its own. And so probably maybe the jealousy and that desire, but you cannot dismantle and you cannot break Asanteman, because Asanteman at all times will reign supreme. You can't Ghana Amanian Amamre, you can't Ghana history. You can never run away from Asanteman. And clearly there are available documents. But you can't the restoration of the Asante state. There are documents to indicate that the restoration of the Asante state Nienas ewa Santimandia na Santimandia. And so clear so when Utumfo Opimfo Nyansani Preocupe Ekase Sebi Tanoso any dia or Techima. You sit down there as a social media boy. No, but there's a document in the restoration. The Tanoso Traditional Council belongs to the Tanoso town, belongs to the Kumasi Traditional Council. And these are documents available. Until you can make noise now to me by now. Of course, but there are documents there. And the documents are available. So we urge them to they'll find and read this document. And that make the Ghana nation. And yeah, a moving short document I say we people. And you are okay, people I say you are not being fair and you are not being sincere. And it's like what I say. Ebanisa ni fan na say na adwene odaroma na say saying
emu ha emu
have wa ora bi da say wa kan so
na say emetena abefo ntentan so mfa wano say bi penifo say wo de wano edon wira e bi nya den enwo enkrata wo ho say kro bi ye santehene dia no enkrata wo ho di adanse say santehene otumfo say tutu di otukuru ye krawe ne brawe wo maso ne dia entine amas ya grace sampa mu nkomo ene guso ayedi amas yemra ha say Yakopie court to say court and says seven aqua sing if he in a court in Yakusi say.
Also clearly so the court your court and what the court did was the ruling was the fact say to let someone that flower move the document and call the National House of Chief to be gazetted. Okay. And I'm transfer and clearly you have gone back again to the court. Share and part citing for contempt. And I court no also acco Bono Regional House of Chief. No, but the Regional House of Chief. And Sebi Farouk, aka Nana Samodia, exactly, has also gone back to the court at the High Court. Omuna has gone to file for state execution. The state execution in Nana say, almost say court and prevented to let someone that fly documenting, preventing the Bono Regional House of Chief, the registrar. Say a man in fact to let someone that fly documenting in court. A man in fan court. And before my file that they have filed an appeal.
Oh, okay.
Or must have filed an appeal. So the content of the issue is they have filed this stay of execution, of course, which is
stay of execution.
Of course, it's in law. Okay. It's granted in law and it's fair and it's right. But however, though right, who any partner has been powerfully filed documents. Clearly, you see whether it's right or it's not right. But I'm not here to judge whether it's right or it's not wrong. But here they have filed that document and they must have filed an appeal. So we are going to hear the state of execution. The state of execution now. The Omobisa, Council say court and prevent to let someone Gyafla. Send a bear and documents name. Omonfanko. The national, the Bono Regional House of Chief. They will go there and tell them say Adintina and it's your call. They have to. That's all. Why do you have to explain? Because you have to explain the fact say I cry with your back. And so the authority would therefore be to let Kodomasa, who is the acting tradition, who is the president.
Oh, you continue
no, who is the Kukwahene, who is the acting president of Shampa Traditional Council, on no authority. So by signing or be documented, as I call the Bono Regional House of Chief and the Nominee National House of Chief. So all this thing will be authenticated. It is a whole say, a moment from question, but you say, child document no man is it authentic or is not authentic? But of course, we know very well that they are not going to provide anything. Well, why I sit and what I know and what I believe. Because clearly that's what, because I also say, among young fan qua, young fan qua, ya can't him at the same, ya can't want him. And I see him for be documented. Now, document is also what by you want him. Oh, so say, the air can say, among can say to let some of the flone and your Sampamanhene. The you ever say, Chairman for Adrian. Okay, the Omon for my gym, Bram for my gym. Say, among can say, to let some of the flag. Because what you are contesting in court, and yet to let some of the flag legitimacy. So I say, oh, your mind, Shampa Traditional Council. You also a moment to let some of the flag documenting. What are you saying?
Okay.
What was what say? I saw Kase to let someone Gyafla on your hen. Until you have to go to that appropriate forum, show on your hen. But for now, no, you won't document here. The court said they have they set aside the ruling of Asanteman, saying Asanteman can't near money near Mamra to let someone Gyafla on your mind. There's no document. Only document here. Document the anyone. It is to let someone Gyafla say Bono have original and find a document. You can now say who interest woman. Interest be now. What about Asanteman videos or on them? Yama ruling by the High Court as
Amazisum, I report your video with my brother Dormaahene. Bono Regional of Chief, now all Casse. You are Kwaboko P. One, Bono Regional Minister Coco P. Warner, or didn't send me to Channel with a good minister, Sumisa or no, some pants and 70 women sank our bar. He or him, S7 Preduasa or Henada. No, him and po a wookronim no matchia and mano yintim resima.
You're right. Sampa the other than himself, Nano, basic wound na Musa call court for the massive for. Maybe any say. Obiti akonyana so dadawo ohima bi wo ho na oyi hene na hene natna so a minso amfie be ete no omfie be adu samre wo be mfie aduasa na manfo be boje ne so na momye mu bi a menka ho nka se nka ho a na jase madamfo na opre madamfo opre bibia obakasa wo nka ho dia na jase wani bre no ye mu bi e se ya ntiase Sadi at the how a buy. Am I out here? I say, Kurahene, Emma, I was so. Near him, no basin in him. Go back to Babo Kumasi. Mentia says, Sampamanhene. Mcrosha Massey, when fear, Chra, I be seen in the Akikao. And young means you want old home. Let's see back in the catch them.
And for near Koheba, a brother Dormaahene, a Bono Regional of Chief. Now, walk say, Sampadia, or he know what that. What Nasu free in Fabio Bodin said, you could have for Nina Bayano. And I must see Bissau.
What our man says, I for just in the man near because we have to be serious in this country, and then we have a nation to build, and then probably I think this country must move on. Okay. And the young ones are demanding that the political class will deal with our challenges. Meanwhile, while Sampamanhene. Esu NFA. Okay. What I say? Okay. Share video a friend saying Dormaahene. What I say? They don't know person.
Or see ano Sampa di odo ni mu ne say wahima okro nu so dada no wahima esihene dada e no masa akọfa obi.
So that is why I wanted to real could be the fact ni say or ye mranim ni. And she must know. Say so wahima or honoma what is the document? Document in Katasem say and pass our or buy him and a Gazzete no. Shampa on there Sampamanhene. You see, ye didn't come over sometimes I'm once now you're in Bishop near somewhere. Here a fast and your story and yet the day. What is the document? He's a judge, he's a judge of the High Court, he's a lawyer. Mine and he know very well so should be or buy him out. He have to be gazetted before you can make that pronouncement. Sanity. And he should tell the people of this country, said the Ampa, document Ben, said, Sama, men now can say, or you're buying him, or Tikrumono, Sebi, or you're buying him. There's no document to that proof. Okay. But and how many people will take the time to explain? But Untiashe, in Tiafi Uti, Navi Utuayampia, Untiasam, near can say, on for document in the Shampa. Or buy him away a document. National has a chief on the document. I'm buying a banner and I say, Sebi. Sampamanhene time in tea, Umbezo Medimia to watching secretary are two Timangfonian, but there's no document to that. And so clearly you keep on so with a greater respect, you keep on misleading the people. What I say? You keep on misleading the people. Because there's no document to that effect. Tell by him and I can on your bahima, on your bahima, and I may say, can't show a Daruma, Session. Wadaroma, what if I omunya busia? Wadaroma, I hope Brashim neck, and Yaw neck, as I say, the can because you come out to Monfonincha, or being castle BCC will be. Say no crab, Shampa, and yes, be an idea. We will not keep on probably telling our story for people to have sense with us. I'm a bunkro from a da and semi shall see a bisin, a busia, dear Yabu Yaw Farouk, somebody. Our Bono son, woman, and Sampamanhene. Or no bad penny are down with the near man in Capogu woman, son. Umfia Busian, Umudia Genevia, and ye. One about Mokutupa, Sumahin and Dormaahene, and they should Mokutupa and because you want to be the Bon president, and the Fadamata, a Bon for him, a Bon for him, and now could not be a Bon for him, because Obia on assassin, so clearly, ain't you oh, Brukuma, now a young man, assassin Brukum for their son. I want to say, a word mercy for this for their Sampa for their Japakum for their. So clearly, Sanity ain't you, Obia one more. O to me preoccupy, say assassin immediately to me, oh, be also. You are just a president. After 4 years, you're trouble. Now you shall, and yes, as long as I say Bono for Edisa, no, you are misleading the people. Misleading, see, Amas, you come on, you baby Chasona, Yatwa for Rosodia. Court,
he fantasy here with the agina. E wo ye na Sampamanhene Gyafla ne nkrata semu.
So clearly I come 7th.
7. Bosumi ya ne de toson. Okay.
So we call for the stay of execution. The stay of execution is the Bono Regional House of Chiefs. They are coming to tell the court as to why say almost a moment for to let Sampamanhene Gyafla document in the encore, including Farouk. Also, but remember say because they were busy the law no or shebi omo pese omo esem rana hobanti bakun di kan file or sunyane the same stay of execution.
Okay.
And about before you ever can asem na and about ko susan file or because they want to frustrate you.
Okay.
Because clearly so I will now official team now visa na mutu utu efata na the time of Bono Regional the Bono a file Shampa the sales execution could have joined and come solid but we failure but you know if I say maximum for the tia share I didn't power yes I they are wasting the time but I say and my file it's here back now court in the Shampa and my mom found court fine but we believe the court will be on our side. The court we are going to have inauguration on the part of the court. And mercy will be granted to us because we believe there's no way they can prove as to why the document should not be forwarded. Because clearly there's nothing.
Before Sasa before Sasa stay of execution or my file appealing in the Kaka home my court more 21 days.
21 days no or my form. They also fail. One day in the canon, one day Unimrana dimra emumra
sanity
court I shall say for document we call one fanko one fanko no what's you can't say what's done on as uncle court say court in Kabima say court court in document in the court what's about court say court in Kabima fanko now Bishaun say Bishaun say
Adanko dada dream
Bishaun say enti anamutu awutui no kremu we are presbyni we are muslimin ni we are catholic ni na we are sha na tu anamutu na enti se bi sum na wo sum no na wo je say
say wo die
na say
bonyamia po
because no enye no credit na dey adwuma enye me na me judge but ye bishan because the reason why I'm saying is say because our documents na court e show no one fanko na afi wo wie ya o sam be court in the court ni me show wo she ma won fanko but we court adi kan show
court ni kan show
ne man shebi odaroma ne man ye time plan ne say omo twentwen so 19 20 21 after 21 and I'm go file this document it clearly it was an attempt
na omo twen dey
boapaye so boapaye there's nothing for them to that they wanted to pursue but they wanted to delay the process boapaye and so chimamufo no emisemu now they should read between the lines should be serious now be a document no more within 21 days now can fee court one within 4 5 7 days and can follow document defense
what come 21 days
what's am file na same court na esha no uso mpene uso sa court
on kabima
well yes ya matima
buapayo ye jai ema timamufo amas ya grace and amene no pensen Shampa from day one abc court nsem nyame ya doma dwoada edi enemy 7 people dwoada yebekọ ni akwa tena asem no so Kumasi High Court right
ni akwa tena respect to the state execution
na yakwa hwe se court ebeje ba omode omoniema na ba no atom anase court ekohye omo se nkrata no omo mfa enko amas how is Shampa say upon yi curfew we da wo man so ne keka ho nyina is Shampa
okay le bi asubjo onum and ye be shema timam for ne chia say ye keka kenya no asem ya kama na shi to let someone Gyafla na Sampamanhene esan say nsem nya shi ye akọ shebi kontin fie na confusion at the committee ka asem no etumo to let someone Gyafla na adi nkunim na ye ka bushia ye kan say wa otikrumo we ya say onya dis nti bisha moja na ye pese timam for ne ti ahye bisha na ma say bisha ne say ne maame hwan odi na ade
Adam wa chara we come wo maame hwan
ne na ade what does it and once omu bisa sa questions na afi and no wadwe ba say mojasem na eka enti sa nsem amanfo eka no ene no kre enti omu gitum sa na that is the only way that they can accept the truth tije na me papa sebi what I say efi sorry it is the first time papa fish or and then say me fan see be ofi say me papa akunya bia odi a sa ho no sa akuru nso no odi
sanity
me so me Shampa this year say me akunya me dia Shampa na me dia Shampa enti ye nti ase say ye ka akunya na e ka adesinsem a e ka moja sem jamanfo nyintum na nyintum de sin na no kra nti ehwe ni wa be sisa so official nya no kra na official bi sisi wa anamutu e se utuma ne ye fane se odi wa asem e be dane mra but enye ho atoto asem e ma se bi obi ton na cheke obi ton ni efe obi ton ni mo ana obi ton ni niema na se bi wakoto asem so na okagu
so ka niema ton a yekekagu ma memra so o ma me ne ho aka wo Shampa o ya sini me sane ne na nyina
and that is why we are saying that there must be that respect to everybody within the community and that is what the police have to ensure say should we misbehave me ton man dey na be kagu a crime boni na wabedi
na o mo kagu se akonya na o mo ni bi
na se oni bia ni so o kakọ bi na obi ton na ade wakọ ni dwetire akọji ni loan or ton na ade na akọ kagu e be that actual loan and that is why we expect the police all right. And recently, the coming into being of the current Inspector General of Police, IGP Yohono.
Oka police ase mamemna we si enkomo no ye twa so nso afi na sense komo no eye de pa. Police ase me abere to trust sem koso mu ba mehia bi so an ye court ni sense mu duru Shampa bia na ye ni e de cafe ni ade to mo so. Police fo wo kuro me mama ne ana.
We see enema ne ye tan enema ne shebi eto de bia ka ema ne ye ya no. Je say did no clear and say did no clear.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, the police people must know.
Okay.
I say you have to know because clearly you can't manage someone. If you're a police officer and you are the regional police command or the regional police command, you have to be brief. You can't hit someone. You have to know. A police officer in your duty, in your duty of life. So check na kunya na ka no I am pass Shampa ya santimana. You can't say from there. You say police officer no. Now Shampa no credi aye adwuma and then you take that to betu sana mucho. But of course, now police officer say be obi aye nyamanse obechiro na wanti na what can you do? When you're very careful. Now ka say be udi abufu e ko to aso bi so a na fi akodan bo ashi bidi na fi de tokwa nti you have no option than to report to the police and of course time and again omo koso edi hambo but we still believe that the police have to act because the holding sebi nyamrans and they have to arrest him because assembly and some fatana officer obonjo so there are processes in this country when the farmer acquire so what I say so officer of him so asina kunya na ntia share father ko by in chance sebi en tu anamu tu bi en fata adaroma what I say
sanity Amasia Grace ene ye no edi ehyiamu anyankopɔ ye adoma Juada 7th ana day ya ewo me ya bosumi ya Juada di enemi ya ye court ne yakwa akɔhwɛ stay of execution na ye di aba no ye kɔhwɛ se court ogi atuma na se wanyintum kame ho Dumasa TV
enti ema amanfo ntiase ema propaganda fo bi nya adwuma se yewura Shampa Gyafla ene de sebi document bi akɔkɔ
Samodua and Dormaahene Bono regional chief Dormaahene president and the Diako yes Remo and yet Sampamanhene na Shampa Gyafla and yes Sampamanhene and the Diako or more and aswa mo
now you are na this education ko na gaje di document court say the court ni ya Gazzete me na me
more fearful Nana Shampa Gyafla Nana Shampa Gyafla Sampamanhene ya wafa amane kwa so amamle kwa so na wobedi Sampamanhene ya yewu tumfo setutu abibie na mekase ede Shampa ahyene sa wonhwe so na wonhwe se eye enkoso yiyo mpuntuo ebetimi akoso owa Shampa ene ne wofa asini chocho ene ehu se okasa oye de hyekan de hyeba de hyabrantie yes ebrachi bi no se bibisi ana se nananamo airport bi mera bedi Sampamanhene papa ya wotu se wokase eye Sampamanhene awofase obetimi aba bedi hene ene ntiase se ode hye anko a akoa adwane nti se de wotu se de sa brain Nana Shampa Gyafla na de hye no na awofase fo no anya bra wo mo tu eye no kwensem akyere Ghana man na mo ka abakosem a da Shampa nkunya ho abakosem a da Shampa nkunya ho a kyere se o mo ya de hyekan no ene ni o mo ka ma wiase nyina eti edi se wutie no a ene kyere se eye interview oganti ye na ye bisa ne nsem ba community bi odi tu bia no na kyere se Nana Shampa Gyafla ana wakasa no wakasa akyere akyerɛ mu kyerɛ sɛ Dormaahene ani tumi wɔ Sampa so Sumaahene ani tumi wɔ Sampa so obiara ani tumi wɔ Brɔwɛgye sɛ ɔbɛka Sampa ahyɛ ade yɛwura otumfo sei tutu na mekɛse pɛ ɛna sɛ sie nso no ahensɛm wɔ da Sampa no yɛka wie ahensɛm biara ni case biara ni baabi abiom ɛde sɛ obi ti baabi na ɔso ɔbɔ ne ho sɛ ɔyɛ safohene ɔbɔ ne ho safohene sɛ ɔyɛ Sampahene a saa nipa korɔ no sɛbi onim ne ɔyɛ saa nipa korɔ no nyansa ne adwen ebi ne tirim saa nipa korɔ no ɔda onasumia so wɔndwen saa nipa korɔ odidi a ɔno nkwan esan sɛ de abakwasɛm tie wɔ Sampa kyerɛ sɛ Sampa ahyia Santeman ase Sampa esua kyerɛ yewuro tumfu si tutu enti wo a obetime di Sampamanhene de wo sua akyerɛ ɔte kɔkɔɔ so Asanteman wura ɛna betime atra Sampa akunya so ɛno di sɛ obetime baabi na sɛ wo ma menhyia mesai na wo fra wo sɛ wo yɛ Sampamanhene a na wo nipa korɔ no ankasa no nimdeɛ ne nyansam no waka akyire ɛyɛ den ɛwɔ mu ɛno nti ɛne ade hye brantie yi kasa ayi wakyerɛ sɛ nananom mfa tumi ɛne amane na amame na abakwasɛm no ɛne adwuma ɛnɛ wakyerɛkyɛ bibia mu yɛfa Sampa sɛm ho wobuti baabi a bi sɛ Sampa case gurade bia yɛ ntwada Sampa hensɛm deɛ yɛka wie na emom deɛ ne ɛwɔ hɔ ɛyɛ Gazzete ho sɛnsɛm ne ɛwɔ ɛno so na me adom court so aka Gazzete sɛm na wie a ɛyɛ hyɛ sɛ wɔ sɛ National House of Chief etimi Gazzete ɛyɛ Nana Samba Gyafla otosu mmienu ɛno nti baabiara ne hɔ no a obi bɛka sɛ ɛne Dormaahene gaagaa na akaka bensɛm nyinaa no aba wieyɛ ayɛnde Dormaahene entimi nka sɛ wɔnhwɛ da otimi na wɔhwɛ otimi na Sumaahene ɔmo de NDC sɛm ne sɛ ɔmo aban na aba na Mahama aba enti yɛ ntimi no ɔmo boa Mahama ɛsoso saa nneɛma no so Mahama ebuga na ban Mahama buga na mmara ne amaneɛ Mahama Arwini a court no court di wie no wote aseɛ na nado Arwini ode Mahama court no court di wie mu nya ate aseɛ eti Mahama ye ɔyɛ president no kwa no hyɛm Ghana mrase Ghana man control no what tin fa ne pen ye ti sɛ wote sa dɔma na wote suma na wo se wo aban na aba enu nti Sampa nkunya wo bɛdane no Sampa nkunya wo bɛda pɛ na abɛyɛ a na de dabi aban tumi no enu otumfo tumi no enye pɛ aban tumi no ensi hene aban tumi no entu hene enu nti sɛ ne manhia ane yɛ kan nsɛm yɛwura tumfuo kasa a wakasa jabia dum bia timi na wo hwe Mahama timi dane otumfuo asɛm a waka da ontimi president Mahama Ghana president sɛ Sampa nsɛm a yɛwura tumfuo akasa wie asi ne hene wɔ Sampa wie obiara ntimi ntu de da Ghana ban ntimi na wo hwe because yɛwura tumfuo akasa osini hina wie ebesi den na president akati otumfo sɛ ebesi na president akase otu Sampamanhene ede sɛ amodua si so da bi da Dormaahene ne Sumaahene de omo ye ni nyina no ayakaka bensɛm ɛyɛ Bono omo ni tumi bia Mahama so omo bia na Mahama so ɛma obia sa akunya no ɛno nti sɛ Brɔwɛgye wɔn ɔyɛ akaka bensɛm no sesei Nana Samba Gyafla ɛyɛ nhyɛ sɛ yɛn Gazzete no ɛyɛ Ghana mmara ɛne yɛ gyina so Mahama ntimi na wohwe obia mi Ghana obitima ya wohwe ntile minister ntimi na wohwe national security ntimi na wohwe minister bia ntimi na wohwe obia ntimi na wohwe ɛno nti ɛnɛ adehyebnua adehye no akasa ɛte sɛ Sampa ɛyɛ ɔmodia ti so wa wo se wontia sɛ Sampa yɛ wodia no kɔ na ɛkɔka sɛ oyɛ hene ne ya Gazzete wo ne yɛn hwɛ adeɛ Oriana for na kupon shira say yes ehia biom we ne ensema enne me de bedan wo efa Sampa enkunya sem ho ene otie bi osua de wote Sampa na wodi sa modua ti a tie ne sua de ena wo Brɔwɛgye na wo Sampa case no de sela no sa modua ye hene ma wa tie na efa tu hofo na wiase no esi ni wo antimi wa de te ntoma Ghana ye kamla ewi mla edi mla this one we am like so party a ho na obehu se tumi bi yeden esi tubi to dem na for na kopon shira se wanya me na adage e dia ma me ha ye Ghana King TV subscribe channel na share video na madofo na dofo ni a wo hwe na wo share wo bi atia wadwen e comment section abotre kwan so sense ha ni atem ne mu yisu abakwasem amane ne amamne Ghana hensem ho nkomo ene yedie Ghana hensem na headquarters ne to pe bibia tia e no kro wo Ghana hensem wa na ye Ghana King TV na kopon shira wo fa dum kwa du be se share biem e wo Ghana King TV